Good evening, friends. Today's topic is anger. There is nothing new about this word. We all have heard it. We all are very much acquainted with this word. It's a very natural feeling, and we all have experienced it within ourselves and in our surroundings. We have seen it people who are strangers, who are known to us, go through this natural phenomenon. This is an effort to try to understand anger a little bit more. Almost all the big speakers and wise men have spoken on this issue. Most probably, I'll be telling the same stuffs, or it might be possible that I should be able to throw some light onto it with a different perspective. Now, there are a couple of ways of looking at it. Is it right or is it wrong to get angry, to experience anger? Now, that is a very important question. So, the question is, should we get angry or not? Or do we need to control anger, master it, channelize it, watch it when it comes? So why do we get angry? There are a couple of questions that need to be answered. That why do we get angry? Should we get angry? Should anger come to us or not? What makes us angry? And is it wrong to get angry? Generally, anger comes to us when things go beyond our expectation, things that we are not expecting, we don't want it to happen that way, and it happens. That is what makes us angry, because our mind is trained differently and the outcome is not what we expected, hence we get angry. So if we try to understand anger, shouldn't we need to go back a bit backward and see how anger is generated? Anger is nothing but a feeling, and how we feel depends on how we are trained, training which we have received prior to getting angry in our schools and colleges, from our elders and other activities of our life. And as we age, depending upon the last consequence of our anger, we tend to change and react differently every time we get angry. We get more mature the next time we get angry because we know what we did last time and the results were unexpected. This is not what we were expected, so we try different things, we play along, and as time passes on and every time we try something different, so our approach towards anger changes as we age. It doesn't remain the same every time we approach anger. So let us start when we were very young and we used to get angry. We used to get angry at stuffs we didn't receive, which might be that the other kids did in front of us. And we get angry. We showed our anger towards our parents, towards our teachers, that why didn't I receive it? As we age, when we are in college, we or in our high schools, we don't get the expected girlfriend, and that makes us angry. We don't receive the desired numbers, the marks that we expected, that makes us angry. When we are an adult, job scenario, we are not getting the job that we expect, the desired salary, the post, the position, the designation, the money, that makes us angry. The wife we expected to get, that makes us angry if we don't get it. The respect that we want from the society and our neighbors and our keens, if we don't receive at a certain age, we tend to get angry. When we are old, we don't receive the attention from our kids, that's what makes us angry. So the question is it natural? Can it be tamed? Is it constructive? In Hindu mythology, we have seen various gods and goddesses getting angry at several occasions. Hanuman getting angry on Ravan, Kali getting angry on all the demons, Durga showing his anger towards Mahisasur, Shiv getting angry several occasions, and his avatar is known as the Rudra avatar of Shiv. Ram getting angry because his wife was taken away from him. Ganpati getting angry towards his father in order to protect his mother and to obey the command of his mother. When the father disobeyed, he fought against his father. So all these examples of anger coming from the gods is also a thing we need to think about. Should we get angry or not? And if it comes to us, should we show it in a natural process, or is there a way to channelize that anger? Or getting angry at the first step itself is wrong and it shouldn't happen. And so we should more concentrate on not getting angry, or rather getting angry but knowing how to channelize it, how to tame it, how to put it in a constructive manner. Gandhi got angry when he was thrown away from the train in South Africa, and he showed his anger by revolting against the entire system. We get angry for selfish reasons. We get angry when we see certain wrong things getting done around us. We get angry when somebody is doing wrong to us or to our family or to our country. We get angry when things are beyond our capacity, when things go haywire. What is the right approach towards anger? What could be the best way to deal with it? Is it good or is it bad? I am not going to get angry at anything. Is it a right sentence? When somebody slaps you on the face without any faults of yours, somebody does any wrong to you in spite of you being very truthful and honest and helpful, and yet you get the betrayal, and I will still remain very sober. I won't get angry. I won't ridicule anyone. I won't tell anything bad to anything. Is that the right approach? Is that God has given us certain feelings, isn't it? As a human being, as an animal, as a living being, there are certain feelings that comes to us very naturally. And I tend to think that almost every being on this planet experiences the same. Whether it is anger, it is happiness, it is love, it is rage, sorrow, these comes very naturally towards. So anger is also very natural, isn't it? A person who lives life with his honest feelings, with reacting to the situation, will definitely get angry. But a liar, a dishonest guy, a crook will not show his anger because he tends to mold that situation to his own benefit. He will try to find out the good, the benefit, the advantage out of it. So if you are honest, you will get angry. If you are dishonest, you get angry, but you don't show it. An honest person gets angry and shows it. Now, which is more advantageous? Definitely a guy experiencing anger, but not bringing it onto his face, in his behavior. I say anger is good. It's a natural phenomena. We need to experience it. We need to identify it that I am angry. I'm angry on certain stuffs, on certain behaviors, on certain systems, on certain methods. But how to show it? How to put it out? Should we get into a fight? Should we hurt ourselves? Should we hurt anyone else? Is that the way to take off that energy out of you which has been built up due to this experiencing of anger? I will get angry, but I will not hurt myself. I will not hurt anyone else. I will see what that anger does to me. When we expect too much out of anything, when we see a lot of wrong being done, when we experience a lot of threatening, we tend to show that anger and we bust ourselves, we get into a fight, we commit crimes. Is it natural? Yes, it is natural. Can it be tamed? Yes, it can be tamed. Is it constructive? Yes, it is constructive. First of all, we need to think that anger is natural. It will come to us. No matter how strong a human being you are, no matter what kind of training you have gone through, no matter who has told you what, whatever scriptures you have read, whatever meditation you have been through, it will occupy your mind. It will show into your behaviors. So rather than thinking it is a negative energy, we need to have a perspective that tells that anger is positive, anger is good. Anger happens to normal human beings. Anger happens to honest human beings who lives life in a natural method. Now what can be done about taming it, about controlling it? Can meditation help us? Yes, to a certain extent. Can being a very well read, a very literate guy, can it help us to make anger constructive? Yes, it can. But also understanding the basic phenomenon, the basic science is as crucial as thinking that it is a wrong thing. Anger also tends to certain times block our thinking ability. We are not able to think at that very moment, and out of this built up anger comes a negative approach towards it. Never get angry. This is what we have heard being a child or being a young guy. Never get angry. When somebody threatens our country, ourselves, our lives, our people, our loved ones, we shouldn't get angry. That's how we are trained. But this is not what exactly happens. We get angry and we show our anger. How can it be shown in a constructive manner? It can be constructive depending on the situation. When you are experiencing a threatening only towards you, then your anger will definitely have a dire consequence. A criminal approach. The person towards whom your anger is, you will definitely tend to have a method applied to deal with this anger will have crime in it, will have an immediate fight involved in it. You can't do anything about it. When you are angry towards your reputation, towards your financial conditions, your anger towards the threatening will be a little more polite. You will be far more systematic in dealing with it. And when it is towards your loved ones, towards somebody else, but they are keen to you, you will be a very tactic guy. You will handle it in a very tactful manner. And when it is towards your country, towards your people, towards your nation, your city, that will actually get you into removing that problem forever from the system, so that the future generation, the people, the country shouldn't face it any further. So first of all, you need to understand that the anger is of what level? Is it only for you? Is it for the people who you love? Is it for your reputations and your own advantage? Or is it for the good of the mankind? When you are thinking beyond everything, when you are thinking that the wrong which you are experiencing is not just for me, but it is bad even for the people in the country you live in, into the world you live in, accordingly will change your action towards it. When you are thinking from the world's perspective, from your nation's perspective, from your city's perspective, you will not go violent. You will not go into the path of crime to solve it, because it is into the system. It is not a one man's problem. It is somebody who has created a system, and that's why you are one of the victim. Now being a victim, if you just want to revolt because it has happened to you, then there will be a fight involved in it. But if you are thinking it that I am not the only guy, there are thousands who had experience and who will experience it, I need to do something about it, then that anger is constructive. That will bring out a very fruitful answer. That will bring out a very positive aspect. That will change history and future forever. That will bring people together. That will be a very constructive method. That will be a non-violent approach. Even at that scale, violence might be required because you are fighting against people who are threatening the very existence of your life, of people around you, of people of your nation, people of your city, of your state. but that will bring lot of people together. There will be discussions, there will be talks on it, there will be peaceful processions. So how to deal with this anger? First of all, you need to understand that is it only for you? It if happens to you by some another person, it is only because we are expecting too much, and not everybody will receive everything. All good is not made for us. It is made for nobody. It is against the natural formula that you will get everything the best in the life. This is not how nature works. So when you are angry at not receiving certain thing, then get angry, but let it go. How? By trying to find out something better, a better path, a better way, a better opportunity. Anger, getting angry brings a very positive energy in you. You need to let it come, accept it, see what it's doing to you. If you are cheated, if you are deceived, then live in that deception, live in that cheating, because that is how the world is. If not you, it will be done to somebody else. Forgive the person and blame yourself for trusting him, for getting deceived. Not because he cheated you, because you were less smart, you were less experienced, you were honest. You can't expect that every good thing is going to happen with you. All the people will give you the same trust that you are giving towards them. During that anger, get yourself assigned to some music lessons, watch some movies, go through some depression videos, make some new friends if possible, and try to find out where were you wrong. When something wrong is happening towards only you, then the mistake lies in you, not towards somebody else. Nobody is wrong. People who did it, they were to do it. Either it's you or it's somebody else. Don't break the communication with that person who hurt you. Keep in communication, keep talking. You will get to know where were you wrong, and it will make you far more stronger when the similar situation comes to you in future. You will be literally be able to see it right in front of it. Faces will be far more clearer. You'll be able to read the eyes, the facial expressions, the gestures, the sign, the body language, the sentences. Everything will be crystal clear to you. But only if you stay calm. If you let that anger come to you and you gulp it, eat it, devour it, savor it, let it be in your every vein, be it in the cells, the very existence, the DNA, the chromosomes of your being. So that next time when such things happens to you, you know how to deal with it, how to face it. Any wrongdoing towards you, your personal life concerning only yourself, never get violent. Never express the anger. Don't do anything about it. Just live it. Forgive him, because the mistake lies in you. He is not wrong. They are not wrong. You are wrong. You trusted him. You did not understand how to deal with people, how to deal with situations. Now, when you experience wrongdoings towards your family member, people if you love, people who are close to it, then you need to show anger. Then you can't keep it subtle, otherwise it will show your weakness. If somebody has slapped or abused people you are loved in front of you, you can't just let it go. You can't just say I forgive him in front of that very same person. You will lose your self-respect in front of them. You need to show anger, but should it be again violent? Should we get into a fight? Well, no, but you need to talk it out. You need to be argumentative. You need to make that person realize what he has done to that person. And even if possible, you need to make him say sorry to him. You can't just let it go. That will be in your mind forever, for the rest of your life. You need to do something about it. Why they did it, who they did it, you need to find out. And if it is wrong, You need to tell that person that this is what you did. See, you are bringing down a soul. This is wrong. And you need to make him understand the wrong that you did. Find out certain things about it. Make him realize. Shouldn't we make him realize what you did towards that person? Where was he wrong? In his action, in his motive? And if we ain't doing that, then we are a coward. We are a weakling. Only when it happens towards us, we are showing that he is doing wrong. We are getting violent. But when it happens towards somebody else, I should keep numb. I shouldn't do something about it. No. Go ahead. Tell him that's what he did it wrong. And see if you can do something about it and make it correct. Do whatever you like. But don't get violent. Because that will not serve the purpose. Because there are two people involved and you are not one of them. Somebody else has done something else to people you know, people you love, people who are very close to you. Now comes something wrong being done into the system, into our daily lives, into the way we live our life, maybe into our neighborhood, into our locality, into our city, into our country, into this world itself. People we may not be directly linked to on a day-to-day basis. When something wrong is being done in this hemisphere, in this circumference, locality, above it is your city, above it is your state, above it is your country and your world. If you think yourself to be a world citizen and you love your country, you love your state, the city, and you don't like something about it, there's a lot of mistakes, there are a lot of wrongdoings into these systems, you get violent. Not initially. You start awareness programs, you get people together, you write columns about it, you bring into the notice of people, you talk it out, you arrange rallies, street plays, construct a committee, talk to the higher authority, arrange seminars. When things are wrong about for the basic human life or the life itself on this planet, not just about the human beings, but even our co-lives on this planet like the other animals or the plant kingdom or the very existence of this earth or the country or the city or the nation, you try to get it solved within your lifespan in a non-violent way. But if things don't go and you don't find ways within your life that this will get solved, you show anger. You show your violent methods. Because this has to be solved within your lifespan. Because the way you experienced it, it might not be that a second person will experience the same. And the system remains like that forever. And not just one person, but millions and billions experience that agony, that trauma, that pain every day in their life. And you have seen it, you have experienced it, and you are not doing anything about it, then you are the biggest coward and a selfish person on this world. And God watches you. And God will show His wrath towards you. He will smite you on your face. And you will be shattered forever. And not just you, but generations to come. Because the way you have seen it, the way you can act against it, perhaps nobody else could or can. So you must check it and make it a point that that trouble needs to be out of the system forever within your life tenure. Don't pass it to the next generation. Don't console yourself that I started it, somebody else will end it. No. Show your extreme anger. And the blast should be getting violent as well. Kill, murder, bring an army together, tear apart. If that doesn't get solved, let the entire world be finished forever. Let nothing be in existence. But fight against the wrong people. Not against the entire humanity. You will be in a rage against the entire humanity only when it is something is done wrong towards you personally, alone to you. Then you will get angry towards the entire world. But when you see that something is being wrong done towards the system, then you won't get angry towards them. It's not possible. You will only get towards a section, towards certain people, towards certain methodology, towards certain bureaucrats, or towards certain rules and regulations, certain laws that has been passed. Then you need to do something about it within your lifespan. Nobody else is going to experience it. Nobody else is going to take any step. When you die, nothing happens. You have to take certain initiatives within your lifespan. Have your moves planned in such a way that it need to be sorted out. That trouble, that felony, that mistake, that wrong system has to be away forever. Like Subhash Chandra Bose in India, he arranged a fight. He arranged an army because you knew slavery, Indians can't tolerate or live under slavery anymore. When Martin Luther King revolted against the American Parliament that no, apartheid shouldn't be carried forward. We are humans, whatever colors we might come into. We deserve the equal rights to walk and live with the same that God has made for everybody. So this is how you channelize your anger. Get angry. But when the anger is only just for you, you have to hold it. Don't show it because the mistake lies in you. Let it go. Forgive. All the mantras of the wise and great people. Meditate. Let God give you the power and the stamina to bear it. And if you can bear it, you can walk through it, you can tolerate it. Next time you will not get into that trap. Next time you will be far more aware. You will be a far more stronger human being. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt anybody. Let go. In fact, make a friend of that person. Keep in touch. In times to come, he will realize the mistake he has done towards you. Because you know one another very personally. You know each other's name. You have been together. And the person will realize, even if it doesn't really matter. It will only make you far more stronger, even if it does. So that the next person you deal with, that experience is within your grasp, within your grip. You have passed a test. You have passed a class. Now you are at the next level. When you see wrongdoings, when you see things which you don't expect getting done towards your loved one, your kins, very close to people, talk it out. Resolve it. Make that person who did it come to his knees and ask for sorry. But it has to be done in a total non-violent method. And it has to be shown. You have to make that person realize, bring him into the judiciary system, the law, in front of the community, in front of the law of that area, into the knowledge of the superiors, the authority, the people. Because if he did it wrong towards your kin person, he can do it to anybody. But when it is against the entire system, the humanity, the country, the nation, the world, then you fight it out. Let the every blood of your body be drained out to solve it. Doesn't matter it is violent or non-violent. Then you will have the strength of people, then you will have the strength of God, then you will have the strength of the goodness, then you will have the strength of nature within you, and there will be a power beyond experience, and you will be able to fight it if you have the desire, the will to get rid of that evil forever. Make the weapon, carry the weapon, but it has to be used in a constructive manner. You must see that it actually wipes out the problem, not the humanity forever, not the system forever. If a little chaos comes, let it come. Either it will solve the problem or it will make it far worse. Anyway, when things are not happening for a large chunk of people good, then anyway that system is useless. Then you can pass it on to somebody else to solve it out. Form an army, form a committee, gather all the weapons that you have and snatch that thing. Not for you, not for your loved ones, but for your community, for your nation, for your world. If you have to show anger towards pollution, you go and you shout at the top of your voice towards sound pollution, towards honking of the horns, towards the littering that we make, towards unemployment, towards scarcity of food, towards scarcity of living standard, proper house material, medicine, medical assurance, poor people getting better health facilities, nutrition, clothes during cold weather, proper roads to the villages, electricity, education, food, then you arrange an army and you fight for it and snatch it for your nation, for your community, for your city, from anybody, whether it's the same loved people you are fighting against. And if you are a world citizen, then you need to do almost every possible things that within your life this trouble should be away from the world forever. And even if you need to be a martyr, you need to stake your life for it. And even if million dies in that process, doesn't matter. You show your anger because that trouble should be over forever, because it concerns billions of people. That their non-violence is a sign of cowardice. Try to solve it with non-violence method, but if thing doesn't work it out within your life span, do. Show all your anger, show all your agitations. Become the Hanuman, the Ram, the Kali, the Durga, the Shiv, the Krishna. Harness your weapon and show a massacre, because you are living in pain. You are living, the entire community, the entire city, the entire village, the entire country is going through pain, and nobody is able to experience your pain unless you show it. What will you do being alive when a certain group of people have made certain laws and techniques to rule over you? Let's come to the conclusion. Anger, is it natural? Yes, it is natural. Is it good? Yes, it is good. Can it be tamed? Yes, it can be tamed. Is it constructive? Yes, it is constructive. I will get angry and I will forgive if it happens to me, and I will talk it out when it happens to my loved ones, but I will slay everybody if it happens for my nation, for this world, for this my community, or for the entire living being, because I can't let another being suffer this stupidity. Anger, I love you, I embrace you, and I ask you to come into my life. Show me the right way, show me the right path, so that nobody else will ever be angry for this same very thing that happened to me. It has happened for once and forever. It is not going to be into existence again. I'm gonna wipe it from this world like it never existed. Thank you.